Hello friends, welcome to today's video. I wanted to quickly hop in here and show you guys my plans for 2026, my journal Eco System. For 2026, it's my favorite season. It's fall, the air is crisp, it's chilly outside, and it's also planner season. So I've already set up my setup for next year, and it's a little bit minimal compared to previous years. I usually have about 5 to 7 different journals. But for next year, I've decided to focus on 3 things, which is planning, memory keeping, and commonplacing. And that is why I only have these 2 setups right now for next year. We also have a special guest. She's here because everything's red, and so she's going to be watching over this video as well with you. Let's start. So we're going to start with the Hobonichi Weeks. This is a really nice cover. I think this is the toe light. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. So it's this really nice like floral illustration of a lily, I think, in the front. And then this pink back cover. It reminds me so much of the Lamy Cherry Blossom, and I think I'm going to be using this one with this journal just because it matches. I put some stickers on these ones if you can see. It's really cute. But anyway, back to the toe light. So this is the one that I am currently using this year. Look how thick that is. This is, I think, Through the Purple Night, and I'm enjoying it. And this here is the new Hobonichi Weeks that I'm using for next year. So Hobonichi Weeks, I haven't started using it yet because it's only October, but basically it's just a monthly setup in the beginning pages, and then you have your weekly pages where you have weeks on one side and a grid like memo on the other side. So the weeks is something that I really enjoyed using this year, and so I'm bringing it back next year. I'm carrying it over for next year. And then the back pages are just grid pages. I also have a blotting paper here. So I always cut like a blotting paper to size for my weeks because I use fountain pen and it's just good to carry around with you. I'm quickly going to take this out of the cover just so you can see the actual color because it's beautiful. It's 2026 Year of Bloom. It's a beautiful red. So that is the weeks. And now let's move on to my Tragen. So this is the cover that I am using for next year, but I've already started using it this year just because I'm moving from the Yumi Kitagishi cover, which is this one. And now I'm using this one. So this is the Tragen cover in red. I don't think that this was a special release for the September release. I believe this one was from the spring release this year. So it came out earlier this year. So my colleagues kind of influenced me into getting this one because they told me you can put charms. And I thought, oh, that would be so cute. So I looked at different charm designs and wanted so many of them, and I realized, you know, I am of a do-it-yourself mentality. Like, I always think I can do that myself. So I've decided to do this charm myself out of Shrinky Dink and clay. I think the only ones that I didn't do in this set is the smiley floral bead here and those 2 other beads. Everything else I've made. I made this little K like round bead thing from clay, this egg from clay because I like eggs, a little dice, and then from Shrinky Dinks I made this Royal Tenenbaums, like a Wes Anderson ticket. This one, a little Blackwing pencil, and I love it, and I feel like I'm not gonna get sick of this cover in a long time, I hope, because I would be able to just change up the keychain or the charms whenever I want to. I also like that there's a magnet here, so it kind of keeps my charms in place. So this is again the Tragen cover in the A5 from Hobonichi. So this cover has like a lot of pockets, more than the usual. It has this little zipper pouch that you can put stuff in. I don't have stuff in here right now. I'm planning on getting one of those like pen holders from Gallon, but just the flat ones with the garter on it, and just sliding it in here with my fountain pens. That way they're safe. This opens. My friend said it opens like a blanket, like it's a blanket for my notebook. So this right now I'm using a Leuchtturm journal. So this is the one that I am currently using, and I'm planning on doing the same for next year, just using a Leuchtturm notebook in the A5 size. So this is what's working for me. Unfortunately, the Hobonichi day per page does not work for me. It's just too much writing for me. So I am going back to Leuchtturm, which is this one in the dotted. I forgot to mention, so I'm planning on doing more planning on my weeks, but I already know that I just cannot help doing memory keeping, but I'm planning on always putting a weekly to-do list on this side, especially when there are a lot of things for me to do in a week. And the Leuchtturm journal, which I will be using more of, will be more for memory keeping, which is kind of already what I'm doing here. So it will be the same for next year. The back, I have the page keeper. I have a small blotting paper. So this was originally cut to size for my passport size traveler's notebook, but I'm using it here. I also have a folder. This was from last year. This is made by Iyo Okumi, and this was from Hobonichi as well. I really love this folder. I don't know if I've mentioned it in any of my videos, but when this first came out, it actually made me cry. So this was the year that my father passed away, and for some reason when I saw this, I thought of my dad just sitting on the edge of my bed watching over me. So I like keeping it, even though I like keeping it in my journals, even though sometimes I don't get really a lot of use from it, but yeah, it's staying there. I have a panko clip that I am keeping here. And then here on this side, I don't have much yet, so this is obviously gonna evolve the more that I use it. I've only been using it for a few days since I got it. I have a pencil board here. This is, I think, last year's pencil board. So loud outside. So yeah, this was last year's pencil board, and I'm keeping it here. I like the red in the back. It's dirty. And then I have, so if this is for memory keeping, this one is for my Commonplacing. So this is the new Commonplace book that I got and that I already started using. I really like this cover. This is from Hobonichi as well. Siyamazakura by Tomitaro Makino. So I really like this botanical illustration and thought it's like a perfect cover for a Commonplace book. So I've already started using this one. and I'm excited to actually keep using this. I have so this is a repurposed Kita folder. So this was empty, and so I decided to put my dot stickers here that I can use for my Commonplace notebook, like for the dots on the side here. I will be using different pens, obviously, throughout the year. But right now, I have this here. This is a Sailor pen that I got from, I think it is Sailor. Yep, Sailor pen that I got from Ancora on our trip to Japan this year. I also, when I got this, thought that it would really look nice with the, if I could find it. I can't find it. I thought it would look really nice with a cream rose gold pen. But anyway, putting this back in here. Some other things that I am planning to add to my journals is like more pens and more stationery on this side. I like that when it opens on this side. So even if this is bulky with like a bunch of ephemera or whatever else I put in there, even a washi tape, like it's fine because it's not gonna affect the way that I am writing on this side. And I could just easily like slide this off if I wanna journal like in a flat like surface. So yes, I'm gonna be adding more stuff to this side, and for my weeks I am planning on adding a page keeper for the back here. I think more than like a page keeper, it's more so for keeping my weeks closed, especially once it starts getting chunky. Because like look at how thick that is, and having like a page keeper, but this one is a big size here, would help like keep it close. So that's one of the things that I'm adding there. And right now I'm still using my old weeks, but I am planning on moving this ruler from my old weeks into this new one. So I usually just have it here, or I usually just have my blotting paper in here as well, or in the back here. So yeah, hopefully I don't get sick of red because I have so much red happening for next year. But I'm super excited to dive into the new week. So one of the reasons actually why I took so long getting my planners for next year is because I didn't want them to just sit on my desk and not be used, because I'm gonna start itching to use them. But the Tragen, which I got, I'm already using and I'm super excited, and it's so easy to like bring with you. I'm actually thinking about getting another Tragen for my weeks if I'm planning on carrying this around with me. So that is my setup for next year. It's definitely a lot more minimal than what I'm used to. Not as minimal as what other people use, but I am hoping that I will be a little bit more focused on journaling with only a few items on my desk, as opposed to having like a bunch of journals. Usually I have like a traveler's notebook, I have like a field notes, I have like a faith journal, food journal, like a bunch of things. And this is me keeping it a little bit more basic. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what planners or journals you're planning on using for next year, or maybe you want a tutorial for how to do this charm, or am I the only one who's like obsessed with it? I'm obsessed with this charm. yeah, thank you for hanging out with me and watching this video, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye. Bye.